Hindi ka magalaw dito sa institusyon dito. Basta makamatay kung ano sa'yo.
Nandito ako sa loob ng video na pinapakita.
May warrant of arrest daw si Trillanes na hawak. Hindi naman siya ICC, hindi siya PCTC, pero siya may hawak. Pero ayaw niya ipakita sa tao dahil somewhat spurious yung kanyang warrant of arrest. Wala klaro, hindi klaro. Hindi klaro yung kanyang warrant. Wala daw case number. Meron doon is lang yung situation number lang. So malabo ito maging warrant of arrest. Kaya pinipilit niya na secret daw. Kasi gusto nila pilit na akong dadalhin sa Dahig. Surrender doon. So sana, suportahan ninyo ako mga kaibigan, suportahan nyo kami. I am doing this not for myself, but for the sake of our country. Pilipinas lang nakataya dito. Soberenya ng Pilipinas ang nakataya dito, kinabukasan ng ating bansa. Sana suportahan ninyo kami sa aming pagkikibaka dito dahil hindi po ito biro. Kami po ay ako'y naging chip-in lang para magtrabaho. Tapos ganun na lang gagawin nila kahit na wala pang klarong warrant of arrest. Dinideny ng DOJ na walang arrest warrant ng ICC na nakarating sa kanila. Ngayon, itong isang private individual na si Trillanes, pero siyang hawak-hawak. How come? Ano ba ito? Privatized na itong trabaho ng ICC? Tapos ayaw nila ilahad. Secret ko, no? Malaking kahibangan ito, mga kaibigan, mga kababayan. As I have said, haharapin ko yan kung idaan lang nila sa proseso. Kung merong totoong warrant of arrest, dalhin nila sa local court, ayusin nila, then pag-usapan natin at haharapin namin yan. Hindi yung dala ka ng papel na hindi klaro. Most likely spurious na warrant of arrest daldalan Trillanes kasi gusto niya madala ako doon sa Dahig for rendition. Sino si Trillanes? Hindi siya Interpol, hindi siya ICC, hindi siya PCTC, private individual. Pero siya may hawak ng warrant of arrest na gusto i-implementar kasama ang mga NBI. So, ganito na bang ating gobyerno? Mga kaibigan, mga kababayan, napakasama po sa nangyari. Ako'y binoto ng 20 million na Pilipino para magtrabaho. Ngayon, pinipigilan lang akong pumasok sa Senado dahil ayaw nila na maagaw namin ang liderato ng Senado. Pero hindi sila naging successful sa pagharang sa akin dahil nakapasok ako talaga. Nagipagbunuan ako sa kanila. Makita niyo sa video. Nakipaghabulan ako sa kanila dahil gusto ko talaga pumasok dito. Naharang nila ako para hindi aabot ng 13 yung boto namin. Wala kami majority para tuloy pa rin yung state of affairs ng ating bansa. Walang mangyayari sa problema sa korupsyon. Ngayon, na kami na ang may hawak ng majority sa Senado. Asahan po ninyo mga kababayan, everything will fall into its right places. Hindi naman tayo natin namin personal, pero trabaho lang ito. Trabahuin natin. So yun lang sana. Sana masuportahan nyo kami dito dahil ibang usapan na ito. Sobra na. Sobra na mga kaibigan. Hindi na ito tama. Sana makakuha kami ng suporta galing sa inyo. Ako'y nakikiusap sa inyo mga kaibigan, mga kababayan. If you love your country, you love the Philippines, please help us preserve the sovereignty of this country. At ang Senado na isang institusyon na nirespeto na sa ngayon ay binabaliwala na nila, talagang hindi na sila nagrespeto ng Senado. Wala. Kawawa ang bansang Pilipinas. Matanda naman ako. Okay na ako. Pero kawawa yung ating mga anak, mga apo natin. Magkakaroon ng ganito klaseng bansa. Magtutulungan po tayo mga kababayan. Ako'y umapila sa inyo. Sana magtulungan tayo. Suportahan nyo kami dito sa aming magkikibaka. It's not all about me. Hindi lang ito kay Bato, kundi para sa lahat ng Pilipino na ito. na gustong yurakan yung ating soberenya. Kawawa ang Pilipinas. So yun lang po. Salamat sa pagkikinig sa akin, ha. Thank you very much.
Maraming salamat, Senator Bato.
Sorry ko, talagang bastusan na to. Sangkatutak na bastusan. Sinugod na yung Senate. Sinakta ng isang senador. Duguan si Senator Bato. Kaya laking tao. Talagang dinamba, rinesling. Andyan sa may hagdan. Pagkatapos niyan, binugbog naman yung ating security isa. Ano ba naman to? Tama ba to? Konting respeto naman.
Ako nung naging paliwanag ni Atty. Matibag, ni Director.
Ewan ko sa kanya, tanungin niyo. Mainta ulo ko.
May caucus daw po kayo.
Mama, charge na kayo? Sorry?
May caucus daw po kayo ngayon.
Kakausapin daw yung ibang senador. Pero para sa akin, kailangan panindigan ng Senado ang aming karapatan, ang aming kalayaan bilang institusyon. Hindi ito tungkol kay Bato, kundi yung institusyon. Talagang binabastos na kami. Talaga namang babuyan na to. Sinusugod na yung mga kwarto ng Senado. Ano ba to? Take over ng NBI. Sino sila? Bureau lang yan.
Ma'am, sorry. Live lang po sa DPW.
I am concerned and disturbed by what happened to our colleague, Senator Bato de la Rosa, while he was entering this August chamber. And when he entered this August chamber, according to him, he was wrestled by some members of the National Bureau of Investigation. How can we allow other people to wrestle or even not to let him or preventing him to enter this August chamber? Ano ang ginagawa ng Sergeant at Arms? Bakit nila pinapayagan ito na gawin ito sa isang senador? Isang halal na senador. Sila, tanong ng tanong bakit hindi pumapasok si Senator De La Rosa. Ngayon at pumapasok, pinipigilan na pumasok. I am so concerned. Kahit siguro miyembro ng majority, minority, basta inabuso ng kahit sino man ng isang halal na senador, pagtatanggol ko rin. Ngayon, gusto ko lang po malaman kung bakit hinaharas ang pagpasok ni Senator De La Rosa dito sa kapulungan na ito. May I know the answer? Maybe we can suspend the rules and ask the Sergeant at Arms what really transpired when Senator De La Rosa was about to enter the Senate Hall.
Mr. President, dear colleagues, I requested the Sergeant at Arms when we were on break before you elected this representation to review the footage of the CCTV. Has it been reviewed? Yeah. So since it has been reviewed, will you be ready to answer what happened? Factually lang. Yeah. Is there any objection to suspend the rules so that we can hear directly from the Sergeant at Arms? He's ready to give a report given that he saw the CCTV footage. Yeah. With the permission of the body, if there's no objection.
Yes, there's no objection.
Yes. Yeah. Former Senate President. Yes. There was a motion, Mr. Former Senate President, after I inquired with the Sergeant of Arms. He has viewed the CCTV and has saw what happened. So he will just tell us and give us a report if there's no objection.
Well, I have reservations, Mr. President, because it has never been done in the Senate. We have not suspended the rules while in plenary just to talk to the Sergeant at Arms. We can do it after the adjournment. Why don't we do it the usual way, which is let's adjourn and then conduct a hearing of the Senate and ask the Sergeant at Arms.
Well, two reasons, former Mr. President. Number one, it's also never been done that a senator being prevented to attend and being wrestled. Number two, in the past, we have suspended the rules and asked members of the executive So actually, I don't think there are going to be interpolations of grilling, or if ever it's through me. But I think it's a matter of the survival of the Senate, because if we cannot even be assured that we can come to the sessional, I also want to ask the Sergeant of Arms, is it true that there are still agents of the NBI who are in fact still inside the Senate? And what is their business here, being here? No,
Yes, that is
with
the...
your... Go
Sorry,
ahead.
Go ahead. I'm
Senator.
sorry, sir.
No, Senator Bato was just raising his hand.
I was
will-
about to say, I don't think it was the Sergeant at Arms who was preventing Senator De La Rosa. It was some elements from
Yes.
another agency, not the Sergeant at
I agree,
Arms.
Mr. President. That's why my statement is we will allow him to give a report based on the CCTV that he has examined as our... No. With your permission, Senator Soto, can we recognize Senator Bato
Yeah, sure.
before
that-
acting on your reservation?
Right.
Yeah,
Thank
thank you, Mr. President. As of now, Mr. President, Antonio Trillanes and some NBI operatives are still at the library, Mr. President. May I move that the Sergeant at Arms remove these people from the vicinity of the Senate?
Mr. President, dear colleagues, Senator Trillanes, as a former member of the Senate, is welcome in the Senate and will of course be given due courtesy unless he has
He is part of the harassment,
unless
Mr.
he is
President.
part of the harassment. So
Kasama niya.
You gave me that
Siya
answer.
ang nagawa sa
Yes.
NBI na harangin ako dito.
So
Bakit natin hayaan siya nandito
yes,
siya?
with that clarification, is there any objection that we ask we will ask the NBI to leave except for the person or people who assaulted you, because in my view, our legal should bring them for inquest because they were caught flagrante delicto assaulting a senator in our premises. Yung nag-assault sa iyo hindi dapat pakawalan. Dapat dalhin sa for inquest, no? Yung kung walang kilalaman na nandito at wala silang official business dito, may motion ang Senator Bato na paalisin sila sa Senate. Is there any objection?
Mr. President.
Yes, Mr. President, that
Senator
is,
Soto first.
I have no objection to the motion of Senator De La Rosa. As a matter of fact, I will probably support his motion, but parliamentary rules dictate that we settle first the
Yes,
previous
yes,
motion.
yes,
There is a
yes.
pending motion Kaya
Yes.
hindi pwedeng patungan ng lesser
Yes.
motion.
Thank
No?
you
So
for that
let's
reminder.
resolve first the motion of Senator Jinggoy Estrada unless he wants to withdraw the motion.
With Senator Pia Cayetano, is it on the same topic or a different topic?
It's a continuation of the removal of the person. So I can wait until
Yes,
this
let's
motion is
act
resolved.
first on that. Senator Estrada, may I ask if you can withdraw because I think mas urgent na umalis na muna yung mga NBI. Then we can have a short huddle with the Sergeant at Arms whether we will ask him to report here officially.
Mr. President,
Yes.
if I may,
Yes.
sana bago sila paalisin, i-identify muna natin yung mga
Exactly.
nagharang sa akin at i-inquest natin.
Yes.
Kapailan natin ng kaso bago sila paalisin dito lahat.
Ah.
Dahil para tayong king queen dito.
Yes.
In-assault na tayo dito sa ating opisina. Tapos walang mangyari. Paalisin lang natin.
No,
We have to arrest them.
Yeah, let me clarify, Senator Bato. That's my point a while ago. Papaalisin yung mga walang kilalaman sa pag-assault sa iyo. And
Correct.
that is not limited to those who threw punches or wrestled you. Meaning, if they are in conspiracy together in trying to prevent you from attending the
I
session,
am sure Trillanes is involved, Mr. President.
then
Andyan siya eh.
then
Kasama sila.
my suggestion is to consult with the legal and to bring them for inquest. No, but before that, I will follow the suggestion of Senator Soto. Can we first dispose or withdraw muna?
Mr. President, I withdraw my previous motion.
So since the motion is withdrawn, Senator Pia.
Yes. I think this is what the Senate President had in mind in any case. Let me just put on record, I think Senator Bato will also welcome this. Before removing anyone who is not involved, we have to determine who is involved and who is not involved. Obviously, I think that's quite obvious, but to be clear with the instructions of the Senate President, everybody here should be dealt with because they are here for a reason. We need to hear from them. They should give their testimony kung bakit sila nandito, sino ang nagpapunta sa kanila dito, ano ang instructions sa kanila, kahit tumayo lang sila dito, we want to know, why are they here? So, just to be clear, I'm pretty sure that is what the Senate President meant, but perhaps we can instruct our legal team very carefully bago pa alisin. Pati yung identification nila, yung official identification nila, baka may mag-missing in action dyan. We just want to be clear that everyone who even witnessed, even if they were just a witness, we would want to have access to them, Mr. President. Thank you.
Let me clarify, no? If the committees themselves can hold in direct or indirect contempt unruly guest, may they be witnesses, may they be our employees or whatsoever, basta't non-members ng Senate, lalo na pwedeng mag-direct or indirect contempt dito sa Senado. But we are dealing with two separate things, whether what they did was contemptuous, and then secondly, whether there was a criminal offense committed within our premises in front of our faces that gives us the right for an arrest and ask the DOJ for an inquest. That is why I think the Sergeant-at-Arms took our instructions a while ago not only to view the video but to conduct an immediate investigation. Maybe we can have a 2-minute suspension and consult with the Sergeant of Arms kung nasaan na yung investigation nila before we ask anyone to leave the Senate. Tama si Senator Bato at Senator Pia. Baka paalisin natin pero baka naman sila yung dapat arestuhin. No? Upon conferring with the people who had the floor, the Honorable Senators and Senator Soto, I'm hereby directing the Sergeant-at-Arms to complete his investigation, to continue to talk to the NBI and to former Senator Trillanes, and give us a written report within the next 30 to 45 minutes. For the information, the initial report of the Sergeant of Arms is that the NBI is claiming that they're here to arrest Senator Bato, but they do not have an arrest warrant. Okay, that is why it is critical that either the Sergeant-at-Arms or the report or a written report, no? So, but he will complete his report by talking to them now. Senator Jinggoy.
Mr. President, do you mean to tell me that the NBI were here to arrest Senator De La Rosa without the benefit of any warrant of arrest?
Yes. So far, I do not want to talk in a partial investigation, but so far there is no information that the NBI informed the Senate, which by tradition, no law enforcement agency has ever come to the Senate in secret to effect an arrest. Usually they have an arrest warrant and they coordinate with the office of the Senate President, and the Senate President calls a caucus to get the details. No? But if there's no objection, I will recognize Senator Soto, but if there's no objection, I will just direct and allow the Sergeant of Arms to conduct the investigation. Is that okay?
Mr. President, may I suggest that we just follow your instructions and then go into a suspension so that because of some vital information that we're discussing which might be detrimental to the records of the Senate later on.
Yes. So that was the initial verbal report of the Sergeant-at-Arms, but let us wait for the official full-length report that we're giving him 20, 30, 40 minutes to finish. But please do that, General, so that we will know our actions. In the meantime, they are not allowed to leave the Senate. No? Senator Marcoleta.
Mr. President, what happened to Senator Bato this afternoon does not only concern him. Most importantly, this concerns the very institution where he belongs. It is not only a disrespect to an incumbent and sitting senator of the Republic, but this is an act ridiculing this institution. Hindi po simpleng bagay yun, Mr. President. Kahit na po sinasabi natin na wala namang complaint or charges against him, wala namang bakit sila mag-aaresto. That's another point, Mr. Speaker. Yun lamang po napigilan siya, na pumasok siya para gampanan ang tungkulin niya. They already violated at least Article 145 of the Revised Penal Code. Marami po ang implication nito, Mr. President. Kamakailan lang, kagaya po ng alam ninyo, naipasa po natin ang Senate Resolution number 44, which was adopted on March 17, 2026. Dito po sa resolution na ito, Mr. President, dahil ito'y kamakailan lang, alam po natin na ang sense po ng Senate ay na-express sa pamagitan ng mga sumusunod. Una, due process and rule of law must be upheld in any surrender or extradition. Kasi po, nangangamba tayo na isusunod na naman si Senator Bato sa ginawa nila sa dating Pangulo. Filipinos not formally charged or convicted have the right to due process and will be guaranteed reasonable time and opportunity to seek redress from the courts and avail of any legal remedies available to them before any transfer to foreign or international authorities. Ito pa po yung isa. Sa sense ng Resolution number 44, while not legally binding, the resolution reflects the Senate's position against extrajudicial rendition and may be invoked to resist any attempt to arrest or surrender a sitting senator without due process. Ito po'y in-adapt natin, Mr. President. And there is a relevant precedent. Halimbawa po, yung binanggit kanina, former Senator Trillanes, noong 2018, Mr. President, former Senator Antonio Trillanes avoided arrest by submitting to Senate custody after his amnesty was voided. Ang sabi pa nga po noon ni dating, the former President of the Senate, our friend Vicente Soto III, maintained that no senator would be arrested within Senate premises to preserve the institution's dignity. Salita po nito ng ating colleague, Mr. President. The Trillanes precedent shows that the Senate can refuse to allow any arrest within Senate premises, even for a non-bailable offense, Mr. President. Senate Resolution number 44 strengthened this position. While not legally binding, it expresses the Senate's official stand on this matter. Filipinos must be protected from extrajudicial rendition. They must be given reasonable time to seek legal remedies before any surrender or extradition. Due process must be strictly observed. This gives the Senate, Mr. President, a policy basis to resist any attempt to arrest or surrender Senator Bato to international authorities without due process. Even if offense is non-bailable, Senator Bato is still or should he still be protected as long as he remains inside the Senate? Because, number one, Senate can assert custody over him as it did with Trillanes. Number two, Senate can refuse any entry to arresting officers. And number three, Resolution number 44 provides political and procedural justification to delay or prevent arrest or surrender to international authorities. Mr. President, the arrest cannot be executed inside the Senate, and the senator can seek judicial remedies while under Senate custody. Thank you, Mr. President.
Your manifestation is well taken and noted. I will restate that any government entity or any body, even judicial and quasi-judicial legislative bodies, their existence, of course, is always a priority. And when you have a collegial body like the House or the Senate, its members are given not only rights and responsibilities, but also privileges. That's why there is also immunity against suit, because if you look at history, when the kings and queens in Europe allowed parliament to meet, they would kidnap or stop or arrest members of parliament from going to parliament if they think that parliament will be acting contrary to their wishes or interests. And that's primarily the reason why, although we opted for the presidential form of government, it is that the immunities is still found in our constitution. Having said that, there are also a list of criminal offenses, including preventing a legislative body from meeting. There are also a list of criminal offenses, for example, an assault on a person of authority. But it is really unprecedented for a senator to experience this within our premises. Having said that, I think it is prudent, as Senator Soto said, let us complete the investigation, get all the facts. But I do that in that manner, we'll be able to act accordingly. But it is not also prudent to just dismiss them and for them to leave. No, that's why I'm asking also the Secretariat and the Committee on Rules to start thinking about drafting a letter, if not a subpoena, to the NBI director, so that it will be on the record who sent these agents and what were their primary objectives, or under what authority were they acting and what was their mission. No? We will suspend and let's confer with each other, and then we will give the Sergeant of Arms a few minutes. I've also asked my head of Legis, Attorney Sara, to accompany them to find out what really was their objectives. Senator Marcoleta, do you wish that your speech your manifestation be referred to a certain committee?
Yes, Mr. President. But aside from that, I'd like to say that newspaper accounts has it that the CIDG issued a subpoena to Senator Bato on issues of extrajudicial killing. Mr. President, if that is a fact, then an impending case, a domestic case, is yet to be lodged against the senator. And therefore, with much reason, that the ICC cannot do anything, because the case is already actively being pursued domestically. Meaning to say, it is within the ambit of our local jurisdiction. And considering that the ICC's core framework rests on the principle of complementarity, it is with much reason that the ICC has nothing or does anything to do with this, because our domestic law has acquired jurisdiction already. Thank you, Mr. President.
That's correct, Senator Marcoleta. In fact, many members put on record when we passed that resolution that while the Philippine Constitutional is operational, the warrant of arrest has to be issued by a Philippine judge. It has to be from the judicial authority. So if they can show a foreign warrant, it still should be presented before a Philippine judge, and the Philippine judge has to still use the same parameters or requirements by the Philippine Constitution as to personal knowledge, as to the quality of the evidence or the quantum of evidence needed in order to justify a warrant of arrest, no? So we have two choices whether to refer to the Committee on Rules since it affects the privileges and the rights of every senator, or we can refer it to the Committee on Public Order. However, there is still no chairman yet unless the acting majority leader wants to nominate Senator Bato as the chairman of the Committee on Public Order. The chair will wait for a...
I don't see anyone objecting, Mr. President. So, with that, Mr. President, this representation would like to nominate the first chairperson of the new Senate Committee on Public Order, and that would be Senator Ronald Bato de la Rosa. So move, Mr. President.
Is there no objection? He is so elected. And maybe, just for the record, no senator was allowed to be arrested ever inside the Senate premises. Enrile, Estrada, Revilla, I think Trillanes, apat na yon. So kung si Leila, de lima na yon. Never been allowed arrested. And there's always been coordination with the Office of the Senate President. So Senator Marcoleta brought up two issues, the NBI and the CIDG. So we're referring it to both the Committee on Rules and the Committee on Public Order. Mag-usap na lang yung dalawang chairman so that we can get to the bottom of this. So if the audio-video room, if the technical aspect is ready, please play the CCTV footage of Senator Bato's arrival today. the chair will recognize Senator Marcoleta, who had the floor before our colleagues suggested that we watch for ourselves. So we will be asking the OSA to identify who among those who were chasing Senator Bato were NBI agents.
Mr. President, we have seen it all. I think this is the best evidence that can prove that the good senator, our colleague in this institution, is being chased by authorities. I'm not sure where they got the authority to chase him, and incidentally, I think he's about to be captured by them for purposes of serving him or rendering him or even surrendering him to the ICC. I'd like to ask, Mr. President, what is the authority of the National Bureau of Investigation in executing, for example, even if for the sake of an argument that the ICC issued a warrant of arrest against Senator Bato? As far as I know, Mr. President, the counterpart of the Interpol, which is the serving arm of the ICC in executing warrants, the Interpol's counterpart in this country is PCTC, which is the Philippine Center for Transnational Crimes. And I check that it is now under, it used to be under the Office of the President and under the control and supervision of the NAPOLCOM. But I think it's now under the control of the DILG. So, my question is, how come that the NBI is chasing Senator Bato for an apparent warrant of arrest, which the former Senator Trillanes has been showing around that he got a warrant of arrest and he is personally serving it to the senator? The first question is former Senator Trillanes now the sheriff of the ICC? And he has been working with the Interpol, Mr. President. This is all questionable. As I said earlier, Mr. President, this is not only an assault to our colleague, but principally it is an assault, an insult to this institution. Hindi natin pwedeng palampasin ito, Mr. President. We need to protect the senator. As I said earlier, and I manifested that Trillanes himself was a beneficiary of this institution's security. Humingi po siya ng Senate Protective Custody nung panahon na kinailangan niya po ito. Ngayon, ironically, he's the one executing the very act which prevented him from being assaulted at the time. Masyado pong nakakabahala na ang nangyayari, Mr. President. I think all these people, I think we can identify all these people in due time. They did not only violate Article 145 of the revised penal code, as I earlier manifested. Former Senator Trillanes is even guilty of usurping authority, Mr. President. Hindi natin pwedeng palampasin po ito. In the meantime, I'd like to move, Mr. President, that in the light of the recent adoption of the Senate Resolution number 44, I move that Senator Bato be placed under the Senate Protective Custody, Mr. President, until he is able to get all and exhaust all legal remedies to protect himself. and until this institution is also able to do just the same. Mr. President, Article 59 of Rome Statute is very, very clear. It's very, very clear. Even for the sake of an argument that there is a valid warrant of arrest against our colleague, Article 59 still states that the arresting or the person to be arrested must be promptly delivered to a competent judicial authority in order to accomplish at least three things. Number one, to identify or to ascertain the identity of the person being arrested. Number two, whether the processes, the legal processes have been observed. And number three, whether or not his rights were protected. This is very, very important for purposes of protecting the due process and the rule of law, which our colleague can avail, Mr. President.
The motion is consistent with our rules, is consistent with Senate Resolution number 44, is consistent with precedence. So is there any objection? If not, the motion is carried.
Mr. President,
So consistent with past practices, no? Senator Bato will enjoy the protection of the law and the protection of the Senate in accordance with our rules and with Philippine laws. No?
thank you. Mr. President, may I have the floor, Mr. President?
Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. President, as I was looking and watching the CCTV, Mr. President, I recall, Mr. President, every time we have a committee hearing, any member of the Senate would move to cite in contempt someone who is lying, Mr. President. So my position, Mr. President, looking at what happened to our dear colleague, and I'm gonna do this, Mr. President, whether you are in majority or minority, you are an elected official, Mr. President. And for someone, especially coming from a different agency of the government, trying to do something like that in violation of Article 147, Chapter 2 of our revised penal code, Mr. President. Maybe, Mr. President, it is the right time for us, while we are having a session, to cite in contempt these individuals trying to prevent Senator Bato de la Rosa from reporting for work to do his job as elected senator of the Republic of the Philippines. So, Mr. President, if it is a proper motion, and I would leave this to the body, that we cite in contempt these individuals, Mr. President, that would be identified in this particular video, trying to block, trying to prohibit Senator Bato de la Rosa from doing his job, Mr. President.
Yes.
I submit, Mr. President, to the wisdom of the
Is there any objection
majority.
to holding the John and Jane Does, who will be laterly identified in accordance with the CCTV, to hold them in contempt of Senate?
Then,
the Senate?
Mr. President, I was suggesting, Mr. President, and if you are, if the body is amenable to that, I will move, Mr. President, that we cite them in contempt.
Yeah.
Because, Mr. President,
well, because you made that manifestation, Majority Leader, let me say this, not as Senate President, but as a member of the Philippine Bar, and as a humble servant of our people as a senator, each legislative body has to defend itself, especially versus existential threats. When we only have 24 senators and in certain votes you need 13, and we will allow that in our premises without the proper coordination nor without the proper due process, ay pwede mong habulin na lang at hagurin yung isang senator, what can be more existential than that? There might be some reservations, but medyo ang tono pa lang sa hearings ay parang may kabastusan. Hino-hold na natin in contempt eh. And for the record, when Senator Bato was chased by these agents, we were already in session. I was already standing in the podium at the side and already was making that motion. So even out of courtesy, regardless of their coordination, kung meron man o wala dito, hindi dapat hinabol si Senator. Dapat pumunta sila dito sa taas. Nakipag-usap sila. Gwardiyahin nila lahat ng pinto. Pero hindi dapat makipaghabulan sa kahit sinong senador dito sa loob. So it is really the pleasure of the body. But if we do not take a hard stance regarding that, do not regret or do not ask ourselves why, tomorrow baka may checkpoint na malapit sa bahay natin at huhulihin na tayo. Because my understanding of parliamentary immunity goes to the extent of even being secure in our traveling to the Senate. Eto na sa loob na ng Senado eh. So, Majority Leader, maybe you should consult the other senators or make the motion and then... so, can we recognize first Senator Estrada?
Thank you, Mr. President. Just an additional violation of the elements of the National Bureau of Investigation who chased or who prevented Senator Bato from attending the sessions. I invite the attention of our colleagues in Article 145 of the Revised Penal Code. If I can read it to you. Violation of parliamentary immunity. The penalty of prison mayor shall be imposed upon any person who shall use force, intimidation, threats, or fraud to prevent any member of the National Assembly from attending the meetings of the Assembly, which in this case, the Senate, or any of its committees or subcommittees, constitutional commissions or committees, or divisions thereof, from expressing his opinions and casting his vote. And the penalty of prison correctional shall be imposed upon any public officer or employee who shall, while the Assembly is in regular or special session, arrest or search any member thereof, except in case such member has committed a crime punishable under this code by a penalty higher than prison mayor. That is all, Mr. President.
We take note of that, Senator Estrada, and it's 100% correct. But the reason why this the presiding officer has not mentioned administrative and criminal law is because we can ask the Committee on Rules and the Committee on Public Order to have an investigation. No, to meaning my immediate concern is the integrity and the safety of the Senate as an institution. It isn't even about Senator Bato. They could be arresting people from the other side of the aisle or other side of the politics here. I would have the same stand that you have to coordinate first, then we have to accept that they have legal authority. If not, you give the senator the opportunity to go to court or, as Senator Marcoleta said, all legal remedies. Wala namang problema po sa legal remedies. If we go to all the precedents, you will see na eventually yung iba nag-surrender din. Pero yung korte ang nag-utos, hindi yung mga law enforcers. So my point is, we will deal with the administrative and criminal liabilities, if any, according to the findings of our committees. But right now, before us is the question of what does the Senate in plenary as a body do to protect itself. And Senator Villanueva suggested holding them in contempt. May I remind everyone that when someone is held in contempt, they are allowed to purge themselves of that contempt by either giving justifiable reason or by apologizing. My information at this point in time, and anyone can correct me if I'm wrong, they are still here and they are still threatening to arrest him here. So, what is the pleasure, Majority Leader?
Mr. President, there was an earlier inquiry by this representation which led to the body's unanimous consent to move that we cite in contempt those individuals running after Senator Bato de la Rosa, trying to block him from doing his job. And until such a time that they can satisfactorily explain to us what happened, Mr. President, the body, with the permission of everyone here, that we move, that we cite these individuals in contempt. So move, Mr.
Is
President.
there any objection? If not, the John Does and Jane Does as identified individual are held in contempt. I am directing the OSAA to put in custody, Senate custody, to the said individuals and to detain them in the Senate premises. If they need assistance, you're authorized to coordinate with the Pasay City PNP until such time that those held in contempt can purge themselves of contempt, meaning to satisfy us with their explanation. Senator Marcoleta, are you satisfied with?
Yes, Mr. President, I'm satisfied. Incidentally, I think the incident this afternoon can also be used to appeal to the Supreme Court that it's now high time for them to dispose or act on the petition, on the inquiry, whether or not the former president was, or the abduction of the former president violated Philippine laws. And if they can act precisely on the basis of what happened today, we will be guided in future incidents that may happen. Sana wala naman. Pero sana, if they can decide as soon as possible, Mr. President, considering what happened today, they should include in that disposition a guideline sa mga ganitong pagkakataon.
Your comments are in order and noted.
And Mr. President, to add, because we have an existing law, I'm citing Republic Act 9851, which is about transnational crimes, international crimes, crimes against humanity. Ang sinasabi po ron, Mr. President, is very clear, specifically under Articles 17 and 18, na kung saan sinasabi sa ganitong mga kaso, ang talagang merong jurisdiction, primary jurisdiction, ay yung ating local courts, Mr. President. Paano ngayong mangyayari na mas kakatigan pa ng mga taong gustong humuli kay Senator Bato yung sinasabi na warrant of arrest? Alin ba yung pakikinggan nila? Alin ba yung una nilang tutuparin? Yung inaatas ng isang korte na ang kanyang jurisdiction is not questionable considering that we have already withdrawn from the Rome Statute. Bakit po yun ang kanilang gagamitin? Halimbawa po sa Article 17, Mr. President, sinasabi po doon na yung surrender o yung extradition ay pwedeng gawin in accordance with existing extradition laws or treaties. Alam naman natin, hindi naman po bansa ang ICC, Mr. President.
To further your discussion, Senator Marcoleta, under the ICC rules, if a nation exits ICC, they're given 1 year to authorize an investigation. And this was brought up by the former president's defense team that the investigation happened 1 year after. After na 1 year, yung investigation which led to the charges. But yet, in the appeals court ng ICC, they upheld the charges. So what is the net effect nito for the public to know and for members of our PNP and AFP to know? That means that under the Duterte ruling, whether it's the Marawi siege, whether it is the battle, the 30, 40, 50 year fight with the Communist Party, CPP, and PA, the ICC now can suddenly come out with warrants for any cabinet member or any elected official or any general or colonel or sergeant of our military and police under the doctrine that they did under Duterte. So if you do not have to pass Philippine courts, then we will have dozen, 2 dozen, 4 dozens, 100 former Senator Trillanes going to different places and just picking up anyone and saying that they have to be brought to The Hague. So that would be ridiculous. So that is precisely why we passed Senate Resolution 44, that each Filipino, regardless of political color, regardless of background, will have to have their day in court. Having said that, we will, in fact, deal with that during the hearings of the Committee on Rules and the Committee on Public Order. What is important right now is that we assure the Philippine Republic that the Senate is functioning and there is no threat from stopping us by any legal machination or manipulation. Having said that, Senator Marcoleta, with your indulgence, just while we were passing the motion to hold in contempt the NBI agents, retired Major General Rene C. Samonte, our Sergeant of Arms, gave me this. May 11, 2026, for Senate President Alan Peter S. Cayetano, sir, as directed herewith is the sequence of events as to the reported assault on Senator Ronald De La Rosa. Earlier this morning, 0700 hours, NCR Chief Attorney Dong Gallo paid a call to the undersigned to coordinate an arrest order. As per agreement, the supposedly arrest should be effected when the warrant of arrest is presented as per guidance of former Senate President Vicente C. Soto. On or about 2 p.m., the warrant of arrest was shown to the former Senate President in the presence of the undersigned, but copies were not allowed to be distributed. Truly yours. So the investigation will bear out what happened. The point I want to make is that even assuming fully coordinated yung arrest warrant, they should have approached Senator Bato or approached the Sergeant at Arms, given a copy of the warrant, and negotiate his surrender because they are in Senate premises. Pero instead, nakipaghabulan sila. Hinabol nila, they attempted to stop Senator Bato from attending the session. Even ordinary arrest, konsehal, vice mayor, Sangguniang Panglalawigan, even SK. When they're in session, usually yung police pupunta doon, magpupos, i-coordinate sa presiding officer at sasabihin, ito ang warrant of arrest. So we cannot excuse yung paghahagod o yung habulan inside the Senate premises. Now, as to whether the NBI is justified, whether there are any criminal laws violated, whether there are administrative laws, we will wait for the investigation. So we are holding them in contempt precisely because of the actions they've taken and the manner in which they tried to not arrest, but to to prevent Senator Bato from reaching the Senate plenary hall.
Mr. President, having held them in contempt, I believe an investigation is proper.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So we'll refer all of the comments after the previous referral to the Committee on Rules and Committee of Public Order. So all of these comments said in plenary is, and including the videotape, including the report, the spot report of the Sergeant of Arms, is referred to the two committees. Senator Bato.
Mr. President, while the investigation is pending, this representation would like to move that the current Sergeant at Arms be replaced with the former Sergeant at Arms, Brigadier General Mau Aplaska, Mr. President. I so move.
If I may intervene, I appreciate your immediate action, Sergeant at Arms, and you're very. I had a couple of sidebars this afternoon, and I think this is my only interaction with you, except for bumping into you. He's been very candid. He's acted on it right away, but just given the situation now, I tend to agree with Senator Bato that in the meantime, we have an acting Sergeant at Arms, but if the good general can continue assisting the Senate, your service is very much appreciated, but I think it will also protect you from future. Before we decide on the motion of Senator Bato, Senator Marcoleta. So my point is that the motion of Senator Bato, in my view, does not reflect on your actions, but is really in the nature of like when we have preventive suspensions. It's just to make sure that everything is in order while the investigation is ongoing. Senator Marcoleta.
Mr. President, I don't think we can make that conclusion today that whatever happened now or earlier this afternoon does not reflect
Yes.
to the work of the Sergeant at Arms.
Preliminary. I agree.
Because I'd like to ask whether in his explanation, the former Senate President knew that that was the way that a sitting senator be treated, even for the sake of an argument that there is a valid warrant of arrest. Was the procedure explained to the the former Senate President, that the way he should be arrested was explained and approved by the former Senate President? That is the question that the Secretary General should answer.
Yes.
Because if the former Senate President allowed it, then he himself was responsible in what happened earlier.
I cannot answer that question, but I assume, or I give the benefit of the doubt, or assume regularity, that no senator would allow that manner of arrest. Having said that, as you said, these are all preliminary, but the concern, I think, of Senator Bato is not only this investigation, but also the security of the session hall and his security in the next few days.
That's precisely the reason, Mr. President, because I think Senator Bato is very apprehensive of what is yet to be happen after this session. So he should be placed in a situation where we can all be happy, be confident that nobody can touch him.
I agree, Senator Marcoleta, and I will make myself available.
It is now in the hands of the Secretary General,
And
considering that we already moved and we already resolved that he be given protective custody.
So the NBI has a director. The director NBI is under the Department of Justice that has a secretary. The secretary is a member of the cabinet, which is under the which is the alter ego of the president, but we have an executive secretary, president. So I will make myself available for the discussion and for their legal point of view. But one thing I will make clear, that it is in contempt of the Senate to execute their warrant in a manner that they did so. And it is possibly an excuse that you were actually executing a warrant of arrest, because for us, it's very clear they were preventing Senator Bato from participating in this afternoon session.
Yun nga po yung aking naiisip. Kasi kung alam na po at pinaalam sa kanya, nandito pala sila, umaga pa, preparado na sila, yun na lamang pong tinatanong ko, ganun po ba yung paraan? Sinabi po ba nila yung paraan na hindi man lang nila papapasukin dito, hahabulin nila? Kamuntik na nga siyang nahulog sa hagdanan, nakita ko po kanina, at nabali pa yung dalawang niyang daliri. Ito ba ay inexplain sa ating former Senate President na alam kong hindi naman niya papayagan? Ngayon, kung nangyari po, pati yung ating former President, hindi na po nila nirespeto. Pati po yung ating institution. Ito po yung magiging problema. Salamat po, Mr. President.
There are many, many issues that we have to untangle. In the meantime, there are many, many problems the country is facing, and we have to meet regarding the committees and the direction of the Senate. So, Majority Leader, what's the parliamentary status and what's the suggestion of the gentleman who is now very much present? And again, thank Major General Rene Samonte, retired, who actually told me that he will not only fully participate but help us in the transition. But he already submitted a resignation letter as we were discussing this. So, is there a nomination for? Because
Mr. President, there was the parliamentary status is that the gentleman from Davao, Senator Bato de la Rosa, made a motion to nominate a new sergeant at arms, Mr. President. So may we recognize Senator Bato de la
New
Rosa?
or old new?
Bagong luma, Mr. President.
Mr. President, I would like to nominate for the position of Sergeant at Arms
Pwede ba?
our former Sergeant at Arms, retired Police Major General Mau Aplaska. I so move, Mr. President.
Mr. President, dear colleagues, sorry, hindi pa ako sanay. Dear colleagues and Senator Bato, so your nominee is now presently the CA Sergeant of Arms.
Yes, Mr. President.
With your permission, may I recommend that we have him acting first in both capacities,
Okay.
so that he will maintain muna the CA, then we can talk in the next few days.
Yes, Mr. President. I agree. Thank you. Mr.
So his official plantilla will still be with the CA, but he will act as our concurrent Sergeant at Arms of the Senate of the Philippines.
Yes, Mr. President. Thank you.
May I move that we close the period of nomination for our designation, Mr. President, of our Sergeant at Arms. So move, Mr. President.
Can you give his full name, please, so that we can?
I don't know the full name.
So does he have to take his oath or designated? So he'll be acting on his oath under the CA, no? Yeah, just the full name for the record. Police Major.
Retired Police Major General Mau Aplaska.
Yes, we call upon you again, General, for service to the Senate. Thank you.
Mr. President, may we recognize the gentleman, Senator Rodante Marcoleta, who is seeking the floor, Mr. President.